Alright, what's up guys? It's ya boy doing a big YouTube intro because algorithms. Anyways, ignore OBS. So, I'm here to call out why Kami is wrong. I'm sure y'all read the title. Now, if you guys have been following Kami, which if you're part of the Dragon Ball FighterZ community, you probably have. He's a really big YouTuber. You know that the long-standing joke is that Zamasu is a garbage, like, clown tier character. I'm here to say he isn't. I'm here to play God's advocate. And I'm just going to quickly run through what Kami said was ass about him. Well, I'm going to run through the character, really. Kind of do like Kami's video, but different. So, one thing. Let's go over his buttons. This button, it's 6 frames. It's your average light. It's actually a pretty good button. He has a low hitting 2L, so that's nice. His 5M. This is probably his most famous button, because I'm sure if y'all have been following Gloomshot, or, like, Gloomshot, Shoko, however you're supposed to pronounce that, Faisal Dante, then you've seen him do this. That's not a joke. That is like Cell's perfect attack, basically, except I'm pretty sure it has more range. But, yeah. It's actually a pretty good button. It's 2M. It's also pretty okay. It's not like they're slow buttons. It's 11 frames. Yeah, so that's good. 12 frames. His 5H, it's also a really good button. His air buttons, his air S. 7 frames. 10 frames. His JH. His JH has a big hitbox. Yeah, pretty good. It's pretty good. But let's get to the move that everybody said was garbage. That everybody says is garbage, and I kind of agree with him. His 5S. He only gets one of them, and if I do this, it doesn't hit crouching opponents at all. Not even Z Broly, and he's the tallest character in the game. It also doesn't hit GT Goku, Krillin, or Teen Gohan standing, which is nice. But people say his neutral is ass. People say his neutral is a hot L. I don't think so, because it's not like Hit. He's not like Hit. If you look at Hit, or you look at Videl, well, not really necessarily Videl. Videl has Saiyaman, but if you look at Hit, his neutral doesn't exist. He can't play from full screen. The only thing he can do is, like, use the teleport in, which it leaves him in a bad situation. He gets in, but it puts him in a bad situation. And he doesn't have anything he can do. Like, people just keep ignoring the fact that this exists. It's not bad. It's at a good angle. I think it's at the same angle as Cell's beam, though I'm not sure. It's not a bad, it's not a bad Q Blast. I don't know why people keep saying it is. It does okay damage, and it's like, it keeps him at full screen. The thing is, though, he can't really deal with Super Dash. If you Super Dash up to him, he can block. But, I mean, it's not like Super Saiyan Vegeta where you can just DP if you come up to him. But other than that, then you have his other move.
This is true justice. Behold, this is divinity.
It's absolutely god tier in combos. You can do some filthy stuff in combos with it. But in neutral, it's clear that they want you to use it neutral.
This is true. All upon whom my light shine
lightning
shall
resets your flight timer.
All upon whom my light shine shall perish.
And
behold,
it's kind of like Magneto. And Magneto, if you remember, he was high tier in Marvel. The issue is there wasn't Super Dash in Marvel. You can just Super Dash up to Zamasu, which is definitely an issue, and he can't really do anything about it. He can sit up here for as long as he wants, because he can just keep resetting his awareness.
Upon whom my light shine shall perish.
And I don't think there's a limit to it. He can just fly around for as long as he wants. But it's just, and he can like air dash out of it. He can do tons of cool moves out of it. But the thing is, he can get Super Dashed on. It's kind of like Frieza or Beerus, degenerate system mechanics. Like stealing this directly from Kami. You know, he invented the term degenerate system mechanics. They're really good. It's just the thing is, they'd be good in any other game that isn't Dragon Ball Fighters. Like, you can just super dash up to it. But the thing is, he's still a good character. Like, let's go over the pros, then. We just covered all of his buttons. Let's go over the pros of playing him. Best damage in the game. He does absolutely amazing damage. He does absolutely, like, great damage. Definitely the best in the game. And he builds pretty good meter. He builds pretty okay meter if you use his combos. If I can hit his combos, yeah, I could have gotten Blaze of Judgment there, Dragon Rush into Sliding Knockdown. You know, he builds pretty okay meter. And he's not... The thing is, he shares a lot of similarities with another big green man in Fighters. Which is, you know, Piccolo. Remember Piccolo? The thing is, Piccolo, he's really strong. Kami, I believe you put him in a high tier. Hook plays Piccolo, and he does really, really well. But the thing is, you have to build a team around him. Like, you have to build a team around him that lets Piccolo work, and Piccolo will work. It's just... It's the same thing for Zamasu. You have to use this shell. This is pretty much the optimal shell for Zamasu. Zamasu, Bardock, Yamcha. This is what everyone who plays this character seriously uses. It's what everyone who plays this character uses, barring Syriacs, I guess. And it works. This team, it lets Zamasu work. And if you let Zamasu work, then he does work. He's kind of like Cell, but slightly different. And here's what I mean by that. Cell's whole shtick is he touches you and you explode. That's it. That's what he does. Like, Cell can kill off of Super Dash L. Super Dash LLL. If I hit it. But he can kill off of that. He can kill off of pretty much anything, really. And that's his whole thing. But the thing is, he requires resources to do it. Like, if you're going to kill off of some of the wackier stuff, basically the only way you're going to do that is with his 2S loops. And that requires sparking. And even if you don't, most of his TODs require sparking. And even if they don't, you still need a lot of meter. Like... Because, like, some of them liberally use EX Perfect Attack. And it's like Zamasu is that, but kind of different. Because Zamasu takes that, and basically, he can kill off of less things. He can't kill off of some more ridiculous things. Like, I don't know if he can kill off of Super Dash LLL. I don't know if he can kill off of, like, you know... Raw Slicer or something, but I mean, he does a lot more damage for less. Like, his TODs, he builds more meter, he builds meter in his TODs, and I don't think he requires very much resources. Like, a lot of his TODs don't require sparking because of Blaze of Judgment, which is a very important tool in his kit, you know? It allows him to get stupid combo extensions. He can get double supers, sliding knockdown off of pretty much anything. It's really good. But the thing is, alright, but the thing is, a lot of people say he's bad because he can't get in on you. Well, it's not that he can't get in on you, but he struggles to.
Is that all?
Which is where this guy comes in.
Really made a mess of things.
Bardock can come in, punch your opponent in the stomach for, what, like 75 frames, and they can't do anything. And they're wide open for you to go in, which, it's really, really good. But, yeah. The thing is, though, you're doing this, and it's a good shell, but the thing is, you have to sacrifice something like a Kid Buu or another character that would be stronger than Yamcha. But, let's go over one of his other tools. Let's go over one of the other points Kami made. He doesn't have nicks. I don't think so. He has, well, there's number one, he has system mechanics. He can tick throw. He has super dash, 50-50s. He has, an actual tick throw, but that's more specific. He has IADM. He has safe jumps, all the basic stuff. But I think his mix is really strong. Because he has something that, only a few characters in this game have, and that's his tick throw. Because if I set enemy to guard all, and I space it right, that's... If I space it right, that's a command grab. Like, that'll open people up. It's a command grab, and there's nothing they can do about it. And other characters have it too. Cell has it. 16, Videl, maybe Vegito, and probably some other characters I'm forgetting about. But the thing is, they all require assists. You need a low block stun assist to do it with Cell and Yamcha. To do it with Cell and Videl and 16, you need a low block stun assist. You need like a Bardock A, a Kid Buu B, an assist that's low block stun that sacrifices what you could have. Like, you're trading out like a Kid Buu A or a Bardock B when you're using one of the low block stun assists. So it's kind of like the opportunity cost, where it's just, is it worth it? With the tick throws and, what assists you have to use. Zamasu takes tick throws and makes them different. Whereas, it kind of takes it and makes it into Change the Future. Because Bardock B into orbs, and that's a tick throw. And the thing is, it kind of makes it into something a little bit like Change the Future. Where it's not exactly the move that's good, but it's the possibility of the move happening. Like, because if you're playing against Zamasu, you see those orbs go out, one of the first things you're thinking is, okay, I need to look for that tick throw. And what are you going to do to solve a tick throw? What are you going to do to go up against a tick throw? You're either going to vanish or you're going to mash, and both of which can be punished. And if he does tick throw, then the first time you can mash out of it, that'll work, yeah. But the second time, it ain't going to work twice, because here's what's going to happen. He's going to orbs, and you're, if you're trying to deal with the tick throw, as soon as you see those orbs hit you, you're going to start mashing, because that's the only way you can get out. Either mashing, button or mashing vanish, right? But the thing is, Zamasu can deal with that, because here's what he does. Let's just say, if I go to enemy settings, counterattack, just press light, I guess. Yeah, alright, so orbs hit him. If I do it right, dang it, I messed it up, but you get the idea. You can, if the orbs hit and you start mashing, he'll backdash, hit you with a 5M, and this, like 5M, that's not a meme. Like when Shoko does it, Shoko or Faisal does it, it's not a meme. Like, he will 5M slicer kill you. There's nothing you can do about that. Like, if he baits you correctly, you try and mash, you're gonna die. And if you don't die, you will take a lot of damage. But that's the thing. It's like, it takes it and turns it into Change the Future. Because it's not necessarily the mix itself, it's, is it going to happen? And that's what makes it strong. Because you don't know whether it's going to happen or not. And another thing Zamasu has, backdash 5M, which is not something, I don't know how many characters in this game have it, but backdash 5M, he can backdash, dodge whatever you're gonna do. Like if you're mashing, hit you with a 5M.
Fool! Behold! You will suffer!
Get hard on.
Trust me!
Alright, so.
Praise me!
If I did it right, it would hit. I'm just bad at this game. But it's like, again, it's like Change the Future. You can backdash 5M, you bait it, backdash 5M, and they die. But let's look at Kami's tier list. Let's see where Kami put him. And let's talk about why I think he's cap about his tier list. Really, I think a lot of his tier list is cap. But this is kind of stupid. So, Zamasu is not worse than these characters. Like, Zamasu belongs right above Tien, and I'll explain why before you guys leave. So, Blue Jita. Why is Blue Jita ass? Okay, so Blue Jita is some hot ass for literally all of the reasons that people say Zamasu is hot ass, but worse. Like, he doesn't have neutral because his ki blasts, both in the air and on the ground, are awful. He builds pretty much no meter, and he requires meter going into a lot of his combos. They require so much meter that they're not practical, because he doesn't build enough. His damage is okay, I guess, but like, he's basically just worse than Zamasu in literally every way, so I don't know why Blue Jita was above Zamasu. Like, he's worse than him in literally every single way. Like, his neutral, which is pretty much the thing that everyone makes fun of Zamasu for being bad, Zamasu's is better. His mix, Zamasu's mix is better. Like, everything is better. Then you have 16. He's definitely better than 16. There's, like, because his 16's meter build, you remember after Season 1, his meter build got nerfed severely. So, 16's meter build is absolutely awful. His combos don't really do that much damage, and his mix is, like, average at best. Ever since they took away his command grab doing hard knockdown, his mix is okay, but, like, what's your mix? You have a safe jump, or you could either do a safe jump, 6M, or a really slow, unarmored command grab. Like, it's just not that good. And then you have Nappa. So basically, Nappa is like worse in every way than Zamasu. Because Nappa's biggest flaw is his neutral is absolute garbage. He can't get in on you. Like, the whole Nappa neutral being 5H thing, it's a meme and not a meme at the same time, because that's legitimately his only option for neutral. His ki blast is awful. His ki blast is like absolutely terrible. His ki blast in the air is really bad. His damage is okay, but his whole like dumb resets thing, that's the reason people play Nappa, because they're bad people and they like drinking toilet water. Only the freshly used, by the way, toilet water. That's what Nappa players like. And he's a bad character for people who are bad. Like, a bad character for bad players. Frieza. Frieza shares something with Zamasu, and that's degenerate system mechanics. He's a zoner in a rushdown game. It's not Frieza's fault he's bad, and no matter how much you try and buff Frieza, he's always going to be bad. Because he is the right character for the wrong game. In Street Fighter, someone like Frieza would be absolutely god tier. In Sam Show, someone like Frieza would be absolutely god tier. In other games, like, heck, Marvel, I think, a character like Frieza would be absolutely god tier. It's just, the thing is, in this game, where it's a rushdown game, zoners aren't good. Like a rushdown game where you can't kill with chip damage. So, he's better than all of the characters in B tier. Zamasu is better than all the characters in B tier. And why he's better than these. Zamasu is better than Beerus. The thing is, with Beerus, he has sauce and he deals a lot of damage, but he takes so long to set up his orbs, and again, kind of like Frieza, it's degenerate system mechanics. Think it's either Guilty Gear or Blaze Blue. I can't remember which, but the dude that has the pool balls that I can't remember the name of, it just takes those in that game, they're physical objects. You can't go through them. You just kind of have to avoid them. It gets beaten by Super Dash. Beerus gets beaten by Super Dash. Like, his DP gets beaten by Super Dash. His orbs get beaten by Super Dash. Everything he does, pretty much, gets beaten by Super Dash, which is a system mechanic. And if he loses to a system mechanic, well, it's not a good character. Anyways, yeah. And also, he has the same 5S problem as Zamasu, so... yeah. 17. If you're above Super Saiyan God rank, you're not going to get opened up by 17. Like, above Super Saiyan God rank, and especially if you're offline, you're not going to get opened up by 17. Because, like, what does he have? He has all the system mechanics. He has, like, Super Dash, 50-50, he has Tick Throw. That's it. His Rekkas are reactable. And if you can react to 6M, you can definitely react to his Rekkas. Like, it's not hard. Then you have Super Saiyan Goku. Looking at Super Saiyan Goku kind of makes me sad. They shot my man's Goku in the leg for no reason. So yeah, he should definitely hope. This is pre-Roshi patch, by the way. I feel like I should clarify. So, if you're watching this video later and they ended up reverting his 2M, just know that his 2M was absolutely doo-doo for a while. But yeah, it's really bad. Hopefully they fix it. Tien. Okay, so Tien. He has mix. Tien doesn't have mix, but he has damage that's kind of like Zamasu's. He has pretty good damage. And the thing is, the only difference is, Tien has to hurt himself to do that damage. Like, if any of you play, it's pretty strong. It's kind of like, if any of you play Yu-Gi-Oh!, it's kind of like using Solemn Vow. Or Solemn Warning, not Solemn Vow. We're not playing TF2. But Solemn Warning. You're paying your life points for an effect that's pretty strong. You're paying your life points to do ridiculous damage. But the thing is, whereas Tien has to spend both meter and health, Zamasu just has to spend meter to do pretty much the same damage, except with, in my opinion, slightly better mix. Well, no, Tien actually has pretty good mix. Like, some of it, if you Tiger Knee his Karate Chop, y'all know what I'm talking about, it's unreactable. Whether he's better than Cooler and Hit is debatable. I think he's better than Ginyu. But then once you get to Vegito and higher, that's where I kind of sort of start to agree. Like, I went into a lot of streamers' chats, and a lot of people were saying, you're cap, you're wrong, Zamasu is not good. I wasn't saying he was S tier. I'm not saying he's the best character in the game, because he definitely has flaws. His orbs, definitely, you shouldn't be able to super dash through him. That should be, like, safe pressure. You shouldn't be able to super dash through his orbs. And, another thing, he's, like, he should have, I think, some way to deal with, like, super dash if he's hanging around in the air. But, you know, what can he do? And I think they just need to buff him, because he could use a buff, but I think he's low A tier. He's not a clown tier character. He's not worse than these characters. He's, like, he's an okay character. So, to wrap this up, one thing I'd like to say, Kami, I like you, man. I like you. You're a good guy. You're funny. You do funny memes. You're good at the game. And, you know, you're a cool guy, though. Would it really hurt for you to hit MLL instead of just LL when you're doing your Cell B&Bs? Like, come on, it's not that hard. But anyways, yeah. You're a good guy, Kami. I like you. I really hope you're watching this video. But you're kind of cap. Also, yeah, Goku Black is better than these two characters. But anyways, yeah. That just about wraps it up. So make sure you like, subscribe, tweet this at Kami, please, because the entire point of this video is I want to show him that he is incorrect. Alrighty? Goodbye, everybody.